Hey everyone, I'm Nick Redding, formerly of mensrightsedmonton.com. The Men's Rights Edmonton project has been over for a very long time, but Fiedelbogen and I are launching a new website called Anti-Feministpraxis.com. I'll put a link in the low bar, but I'd like to tell you what the project is all about. First of all, this is not a men's movement. That is the actual tagline in our header. We operate under the political mandate of strict anti-feminism, or SAF for short. I'll link to the SAF Manifesto in the low bar if you want to read more about that. But our website has two main functions. The first is to instill anti-feminists with a solution-oriented mindset. The anti-feminist explosion that's been happening online for the last few years has been great, and we've succeeded in red-pilling a non-trivial section of the population. But now that people are turned on, they have to be mobilized, in my opinion, and they have to be asked, if you actively oppose feminism, to what end? Most anti-feminists haven't even started thinking about an endgame. Do you want to defeat feminism? What would that look like? If you're going to work toward defeating feminism, you must first have a clear vision of what constitutes victory. Furthermore, if you're going to work with others to defeat feminism, you and they must share that vision. However, in the 5 years that I've been actively opposing feminism, I've noticed time and again that when anti-feminists devise a game plan, quite often they make it a universal plan. They see their particular blueprint as the one and want everyone else to tag along. In the end, these disparate groups sulk and pout that not everybody will embrace their specific endgame. Yes, it goes without saying that people must be in fundamental agreement if they would jointly pursue a given plan. However, we know that not all anti-feminists will jointly pursue any one particular plan. So rather than dictate what ought to be done about feminism, we are asking people to contribute videos or essays addressing at least one of three questions. 1. What is feminism? 2. Where do non-feminist people stand? And 3. What is to be done? If people disagree on the three basic questions, they should just agree to disagree and stay out of each other's way. The main sticking point that I've seen, which has generated so much acrimony, has been the insistence by one faction or another that all must proceed the same way that they do. To give you an idea of how some people are responding to these questions, we've posted articles by Janice Fiamengo and Dean Esme, both arguing that feminism is a religion. We've got an essay by Blithering Genius arguing that feminism is a mimetic disease, and an essay by Karen Strawn arguing that feminism was never not rotten. All of these are examples of how to answer the question, what is feminism? There is also an article written by my co-editor Fiedelbogen called The Non-Feminist Advantage, touching on both what is feminism and where do non-feminist people stand. I'll upload a video every week, or at least I'll try to, and I'll often be discussing how to conduct activism, which would be an example of addressing the question, what is to be done? This could also be answered with a pie-in-the-sky type answer, like I want to see feminism fall into the same disrepute as racism, or I want to see feminism classified as a religion, thereby making it observe the same constraints as any other religion in society, and secular society, without even giving any kind of roadmap to that end goal. Or conversely, it could also be answered by discussing interim goals with no mention of any endgame. Basically, we would like people to address the feminist problem by reflecting on these three questions, reflecting on each other's reflections, and so on. Send us your videos and articles at antifeministpraxis@email.com, and if we like them, we'll post them on the blog, and hopefully that will inspire somebody else to submit their own content, and so on. A prime example of the kind of discussion that we want to foster was when Thorium on YouTube asked people to define feminism in one word. Goodfella used the word terrorism, and then Spinosaurus Kid made a video building on that definition, which actually got him surrounded by screaming feminists in the real world. I think that was Spino's best video, by the way, and I think it's a damn shame he took it down. The second function of the site is to move anti-feminist culture offline and into meat space. We have a link that will take you to a message board which divides up the Anglosphere by country and region so that anti-feminists can meet up locally. I plan to make an entire video about the meetup board and community building and all that, but for the present I will just advise people to lay off activism and focus more on simply getting to know each other and just hanging out regularly or semi-regularly. I honestly think that a lot of progress can be made just by forming non-feminist communities. To further facilitate the transition from internet culture to offline culture, we have some pamphlets that you can print off. I personally find that hard copy literature carries an element of vitality which YouTube videos and website articles simply haven't got. There's just something special about holding printed paper in your hands. I don't know how else to say it. So to get this ball rolling, I'm challenging 3 anti-feminist YouTubers, Skeptor, Goodfella, and the Justicar, to each make a video answering at least one of the 3 questions. What is feminism? Where do non-feminist people stand? And what is to be done? I'm asking that each person responding to this challenge title their video at antifeministpraxis.com, send us an email linking us to their video, and to challenge 3 more anti-feminists to do likewise, and so on, right? Kind of like the Message to Feminists challenge set up by that guy T. I look forward to seeing this project unfold, and I hope I've explained my idea well enough, and if anyone still doesn't understand what we're trying to do here, feel free to ask for clarification in the comments section. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.